Biafra, we have emerged triumphant from all our foes. Through the crucible unscathed, we passed victorious. Our trumpets pealing the glorious song. Play it, sing it, all hail Biafra. Oh, hail Biafra, we shall always remember all that perished in the struggle for our freedom. All hail our heroes, our prayer shall be known both day and night. Say them always, all hail Biafra. All hail Biafra. Now our star shines everywhere. We crave humility. God guide and protect us all. All hail your wisdom, shielding us from fury, unleashed by your enlightenment. Biafra, Biafra, shining forever.
In the heart of Biafra's land, where courage blooms, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stands, defying darkened tombs. A beacon of hope, a voice soon yielding. He fights for justice, freedom, heart's true healing. Mazi assume kwensu, your spirit ablaze, guiding your people through the tumultuous mazes. From prison walls you sing defiance and truth, a symphony of liberation, unwavering in you. Freedom, freedom, let it echo across the hills, where rivers flow and dreams ascend, where hope fulfills. Biafra's anthem rises, carried by wind so strong, a melody of resilience, a battle cry, a lifelong song. Chains may bind, but not the soul. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, your purpose takes its toll. The world may turn away, blind to your plight, yet your flame burns brighter, igniting the fight. Behind prison bars you weave tales of courage, a tapestry of resistance woven without rage. Your words pierce the silence like sunbeams through rain, calling for freedom's dawn, breaking every chain. Freedom, freedom, let it echo across the hills, where rivers flow and dreams ascend, where hope fulfills. Biafra's anthem rises, carried by winds so strong, a melody of resilience, a battle cry, a lifelong song. Time Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stands defying dark entombs, a beacon of hope, a voice soon yielding. He fights for justice, freedom, heart's true healing. Mazi Esumwe Kwensu, your spirit ablaze, guiding your people through the tumultuous mazes. From prison walls you sing defiance and truth, a symphony of liberation, unwavering in you. Freedom, freedom, let it echo across the hills, where rivers flow and dreams ascend, where hope fulfills. Gafra's anthem rises, carried by wind so strong, a melody of resilience, a battle cry, a lifelong song. Chains may blind, but not the soul. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, your purpose takes its toll. The world may turn away, blind to your plight, yet your flame burns brighter, igniting the fight. Behind prison bars you weave tales of courage, a tapestry of resistance woven without rage. Your words pierce the silence like sunbeams through rain, calling for freedom's dawn, breaking every chain. Freedom, freedom, let it echo across the hills, where rivers flow and dreams ascend, where hope fulfills. In the heart of Biafra's land, where courage blooms, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stands defying dark entombs, a beacon of hope, a voice soon yielding. He fights for justice, freedom, heart's true healing. Mazi Esumwe Kwensu, your spirit ablaze, guiding your people through the tumultuous mazes. From prison walls you sing defiance and truth, a symphony of liberation, unwavering in you. Freedom, freedom, let it echo across the hills, where rivers flow and dreams ascend, where hope fulfills. Gafra's anthem rises, carried by wind so strong, a melody of resilience, a battle cry, a lifelong song. Chains may blind, but not the soul. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, your purpose takes its toll. The world may turn away, blind to your plight, yet your flame burns brighter, igniting the fight. Behind prison bars you weave tales of courage, a tapestry of resistance woven without rage. Your words pierce the silence like sunbeams through rain, calling for freedom's dawn, breaking every chain. Freedom, freedom, let it echo across the hills, where rivers flow and dreams ascend, where hope fulfills. Gafra's anthem rises, carried by wind so strong, a melody of resilience, a battle cry, a lifelong song. In the heart of Biafra's land, where courage blooms, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stands defying dark entombs, a beacon of hope, a voice soon yielding. He fights for justice, freedom, heart's true healing. Mazi, asume sumwe kwensu, your spirit ablaze, guiding your people through the tumultuous mazes. From prison walls you sing defiance and truth, a symphony of liberation, unwavering in you. Freedom, freedom, let it echo across the hills, where rivers flow and dreams ascend, where hope fulfills. Biafra's anthem rises, carried by winds so strong, a melody of resilience, a battle cry, a lifelong song. In the shadows chains may bind, but not the soul. Mazi, Nnamdi, Kanu, your purpose takes its toll. The world may turn away, blind to your plight, yet your flame burns brighter, igniting the fight. Behind prison bars you weave tales of courage, a tapestry of resistance woven without rage. Your words pierce the silence like sunbeams through rain, calling for freedom's dawn, breaking every chain. Freedom, freedom, let it echo across the hills, where rivers flow and dreams ascend, where hope fulfills. Biafra's anthem rises, carried by winds so strong, a melody of resilience, a battle cry, a lifelong song. Life on somewhere Kwansu, joining etched in time, a warrior for justice, a poet of rhyme. May your spirit soar beyond prison walls and make Biafra's freedom reign as destiny calls. This song is a creative expression and tribute Mazi, Nnamdi Kanu's situation is complex, and this song does not capture all aspects. Let us continue to hope for justice and peace. Dun dun.
Hello, my wonderful people of Biafra, friends of Biafra and lovers of freedom. This is Mazi Zumezu Nwekwensu. As I welcome you to this wonderful edition, please endeavor to welcome others. It's very important. It's very important as you come in, you share our program. We are live on different platforms, different media. We are live on Twitter. If you're hearing the sound of my voice on Twitter space, please endeavor to hit the like button, hit the like, and share the program. Is very important. We're also live on YouTube. Ikechukwu Izumezu. Please, if you are not subscribed on my YouTube, it's very important to subscribe on my YouTube. Ikechukwu Izumezu. I think we are heading to 700 people. It's very, very important. Please subscribe at my YouTube. Ikechukwu Izumezu is very important. We're also live at TikTok. On TikTok, you will hear the sound of my voice on Mazi Izumezu Nwekwensu. We're also live on Facebook. Ikechukwu Izumezu. And we're also live at Mazi Izumezu Nwekwensu on Facebook. If you are listening to the sound of our voice, please endeavor to hit the like button and share the program. Is very, very important. Today is going to be unique. Today is going to be great as usual. We're going to do it the way we do it, with Ezuku Chineke, with facts and with figures. But before we continue, it's very important we have 1 minute silence for our father, Pa Ayodele Adebanjo. It's very, very important we have a minute silence for him. He passed on 14th February 2025. So it's really important to have a minute silence. This is a man our leader respects so much. This is a man that stood firm in what he believed. This is a man that called Nigeria government in so many occasions to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This is a man that fights to see that Nigeria is a wonderful country, but he tried. He tried. Today, he is no more. So please, we have to give a minute silence to Pa Ayo Adebanjo. It's really important. Let's give a minute silence for him. May his soul rest in peace. We respect you, sir, and we appreciate your fight. We appreciate your truthfulness. We appreciate your consistency. We say farewell, sir. Ndewo daddy. So, Biafrans, tag your friends, invite them, tell them that Mazi Ezumezi is here. Tell them Mazi Otimbodombo, okay, Eziokwu is here. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has turned the table upside down. Everywhere, all the whole media, both international and local, they are shaking because of the truth, because of Eziokwu Chineke. Onyendu said, if you are the only person saying the truth, remain there. Even if that truth will lead you to the point of death, remain there. This is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said. Our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, whatever he preach, he practice it. Biafrans, I want you guys to listen to our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The 4 cardinal points. Let's start from there.
Our family is based on 4 cardinal
Let's
points.
start from there.
You must be without fear before your enemies. You must speak the truth always, even if it leads to your death. You must help the poor and those who cannot help themselves, and be of good character that God may love thee. That's who we are.
So what will be your words to those?
Our family is based on 4 cardinal points. You must be without fear before your enemies. You must speak the truth always, even if it leads to your death. You must help the poor and those who cannot help themselves, and be of good character that God may love thee. That's who we are.
So what will be your words to those?
So Biafrans, and also Nigerians, and also the world at large, whatever Mazi Nnamdi can preach, he do it. He said you must speak the truth. If it means that you are the only person speaking it, speak the truth. If that truth will lead you to death, speak the truth. Today, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stand on what he preached. Mazi Nnamdi stand before Justice Bintanyako and told her you will not be my judge. Not today, not tomorrow, never. Mazi can stand before her and tell her the gospel truth. Go to the media. Everywhere is shaking. Everywhere is shaking. People are saying, release this man before it drown Nigeria to mourn. Already Nigeria is on ground already. Because Onyendo have used his word to destroy Nigeria. Just what he said. When Mazi said that I will destroy Nigeria, the Fulani Janjaweed thought Onyendo is coming with guns and bullets. He said, I will destroy Nigeria with the truth. And this is what is happening today. This is what is happening today. And Onyendo said that this injustice against Igbos will end by him. That this injustice against Igbos, against his own people, will end by him. He said it. So I want you to know that that injustice you are crying against yourself, against you, against Igbos, somebody is somewhere bearing it, fighting it. Somebody is somewhere being locked down. Somebody is somewhere since 2021 been fighting for you to be proud, being an Igbo man in your own land. In your own land. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Mazi Ezumezu na-ekene, and I will remain loyal all the days of my life to you. I will remain loyal even when I get old. I will tell my children how it all started. Your fight, your sacrifice. This is Mazi Ezumezu Nwekwensu. As you come in, please share this program. It's very important. Here, you get this gospel truth. Here, you hear the gospel truth. Here, you hear the gospel truth. Ezoku Chineke. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a blessed to us. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a blessed man to Igbos and to the world at large. We are going to say a lot of things today. Before we go on, we welcome Mazi Emmanuel Bagada. Shalom, Mazi. Shalom, Mazi. Nwa Chineke. Before we go on, I will pray, and the first time Onyendo, is it the first time or second time Onyendo expressed his feelings? Onyendo spoke in the court and asked the lawyers to what? To wait, that he want to speak, he want to address the court. And I want you to go and check the history of freedom fighters in the world. At some point, they are defending themselves in the court of law. They will ask their lawyer to wait. Go and check the history of Mandela. He did the same thing. Go and check the history of what is his name? Gandhi. Gandhi of India. He did the same thing. Check all. If you see any rightful freedom fighter that they arrange them in court, at some point they will speak by themselves to defend themselves. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, what he's doing is not out of law. It's not out of respect to his lawyers. It's not out of respect to the court, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was born to liberate his people. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was born to free his people. Remember, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was born in 1967, the year the war broke out. That was the year he was born. And he was born to free his people. Go and search and listen the history how Onyendu was born. Go. It's there. How he was born. That tells he was born for this. And before now, a lot of people don't know that Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be alive today. This is the gospel truth. That is why federal government was able to plant a lot of people in the struggle. But Onyendu told them, I am not telling you to stop. A time will come that will buy you over. That's what I'm doing. I'm not asking you to stop, but I want you to know that with your own eyes, you will see the work of Chukwu Abiyama. Onyendu told us this 2 weeks before he was slain this song. That is why people like us will remain steadfast, will remain consistency, will remain fearless, speaking the truth. When Onyendu spoke in the courts, guess what? Everywhere was shaking. Even his own movement. Some are against it. Say, why must Onyendu speak in court? Why must he speak in court? Why must he defend himself? People like Chinas and Wanketa, they created all those his ill acts. They were coming, saying that this is the wise counsel in potency. But as I told you, it's a wise counsel, Pastor Ejimako, a man that knows what he's doing. Abụla egwu niile ka ijere na-agba. Abụla egwu niile ka ijere na-agba. Kwesị mma. Na onwechi ya plan cha. A plan cha siche ya oyiye. Amana ndị ya eke ya, amana ndị ya enye. Iwe na-eme na Nigeria court, okwe ka a na-azụ. Okwe ka a na-azụ dị ya. And Barrister Ejimako, the wise counsel, na-azụ the card. Na-play the master card. Before now, China Sawankita told us that Barrister Ejimako will escape from Nigeria. But today, Barrister Ejimako is still in Nigeria fighting for his clients. The first time, Chinasa was on radio castigating, turning people against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu lawyers. But today, guess what? Ọnụ kwuru njọ na-ekwu mma. To ọnụ kwuru njọ na-ekwu mma. The last court Mazi Nnamdi Kanu appear. What happened? Everybody was saying, this is our leader we know. This is the man we knew. This is the man we heard his voice and follow. If not the wise counsel, what we are seeing today, I am gonna affair. Because they have made us to believe that Onyendu is not capable enough to carry out this struggle. They have made us to know that Onyendu want to give up on this struggle. That's as sometimes China Sanwo was saying that they want to exchange Onyendu with them. All those blackmail upon blackmail, lie upon lie, propaganda upon propaganda. And I told you guys, lies don't last test of time, but the truth lasts test of time. We saw the shenanigan the sack lawyer Ifeanyi Ejiofor is doing on media. We also saw the shenanigan Ifeanyi Ejiofor is doing on media. We saw what is tweeting. And Lolo, with all due respect to our leader's wife, Lolo, he will not caution Ifeanyi Ejiofor. Lolo, Uchechi, he will not caution Ifeanyi Ejiofor for what he's doing. I know with the first person asked go in this in this stack go. Why can't Ifeanyi Ejiofor respect himself? Why can't Ifeanyi Ejiofor respect himself? If Ifeanyi Ejiofor can go as far as this, attacking Alo Ejimako, that tells you Ifeanyi Ejiofor never wanted Onye to be out. Nke a nke ifụrụ anya. If Ifeanyi Ejiofor is against our leaders council, attacking him on media, believe me, Ifeanyi Ejiofor don't want Onye to be out just to prove a point. Well, let's go to Ifeanyi Ejiofor S handle. It's very important. Let's go to his handle. Let's go to his handle and say, well, what is Twitter? It's very important. I am not follow now. Hold on. Hold on, people, I'm coming. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, my people. Sorry for that. I need to take care of something. So that's why. Sorry. So we are back. Sorry for that interruption. No. So as we are saying before the interruption, the activities of the sack law Ifeanyi Ejiofor. Believe me, with these activities of this man, Ifeanyi Ejiofor, I don't think Ifeanyi Ejiofor want Onyendu to be out. This is the fact. And it's very, very important. It's very, very important. Lolo, the last time he came on air, you said that the lawyer should focus and to avoid saga. Kind of. But Ifeanyi Ejiofor was trying to distract the lawyers. But believe me, the wise counsel, Barrister Ejimako, don't have time for this sack man. Look at Ifeanyi Ejiofor. Then Ifeanyi Ejiofor, onye ọ nọ with. Then I want you guys to tell me, Ifeanyi Ejiofor not with this man, Ato Ezenukpo. We all know who is Ato Ezenukpo. We all know that Ato Ezenukpo don't want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu anything good. When we tell you that this man sold themselves, not Onyendu. I'm trying to make this picture okay so you guys can see. Because his plan did not manifest. Onyendu na-aga na mmụọ. Onyendu anogo. Wherefore the plan of Ifeanyi Ejiofor. Hold on, I want to make this picture okay. The picture of the sack lawyer. Hold on. Yeah, okay. How do we make this now? Hold on, because I want to make this picture okay. Where is this picture now? Here. Okay, yeah, we got it. So Yeah. Okay. So, dear fans, I'm sorry for this time wasting, but it is not easy because I like anything I say, I bring out the facts. Now, who is this man by the side of the Sakwa Ifeanyi Ejiofor? Who is this man? His name is Atueze Nugbo. His name is Atueze Nugbo. A lot of people don't know that Atueze Nugbo is the grandmaster. One person that don't want Mazi to be out. Atueze Nugbo is the man that loved working with the enemy of Biafra. But today, look at your barrister, Ifeanyi. He's there with him. So when we told you guys this guy have sold Onyendu, Onyendu no. I said no. I will stop you. And up to today, this guy is still mad with the White Council. The White Council did not sack you. Who sacked you is our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Because he left what he's supposed to do and start doing something else. Start and become IPOB member. Start mingling with the enemy. You know? Start building up with Chinasa and Wanketa and Chikapole Dozemu. Our money at Umueli account. He knows about it. Start forging letter, forging Onyen's signature. Collaborating with Madam Oyibo to open Umueli account. Today, where is the Umueli account? This is the claim of Ifeanyi Ejiofor. For a lot of people don't want to say it. Now, let's go to his Twitter handle. It's very important. Let's go to his Twitter handle. His S handle. This is the S handle of Ifeanyi Ejiofor. Yeah. Let's lead it. I hope you guys can see it. Then with all these activities, and I want you guys to tell me if this guy wants Onyendu out. And we all remember what so-called his agent, Chibuze Egwuatu, said. That do you think these people will be alive and say Alo Ejimako achieved something? He said it, Chibuze Egwuatu. He said, do we think that Ezekome will be alive, Ifeanyi Ejiofor will be alive, and see Alo Ejimako win case with our leader? He said, I will play the video, I will play the voice note. Go on. Now, it's always disclaimer. Every time we make public disclaimer. Every time against his own colleague. Even when Alo Ejimako was there with him, he also wrote a disclaimer against Alo Ejimako. Now he's outside. You also see that disclaimer against Alo Ejimako. Oga, you are sacked from IPOB, you are sacked. Face your other activities. You are not the first person. God, not the first person only to sack you. Now, I want you guys to go to his S handle. He said public disclaimer. Alo Ejimako must desist from forgery and defamation of my name immediately. Can you imagine? So all those things on what is trying to tell you that the documents Alo is presenting to us, the document Alo is bringing to us, they want to tell you guys that is Alo forged the documents. But we all know it's lie. We all know that the White Council is giving us authentic documents. And I want you guys to put this thing down. Chinas and Wanketa is coming on air, maybe in a week time. he will also talk about this because they are working together. When I told you guys that Chibuzie Guatu, Uchomefo, Obido Bienu, and also they are working, they are together, did you guys say no? But today, what is going on today? I cannot go no ahead. What you also but the truth cannot go. Now, okay. You see, recall that few weeks ago on social media was flooded with a fast file list of lawyers who from purported represent IPOB in its unsuccessful appeal against its prosecution, published by published by Aloy Edmako. In its characteristic and deceptive manner, Aloy Edmako include my name among the list of counsel, which was followed by who was followed by my clear and immediately disclaimer. On Aloy, the white counsel is not the man that's handled that case. We know the son that handled that case. His name is Chukwuma. We know him, Ume. And the man with his own wisdom, because they take this case, they take this fight case from Barrister Ejiofor. The man still like, retain Ejiofor in the case. And the man have a lawyer in the case. But they went on appeal. And we all know that Onyedu have told you, don't ever expect justice, anything justice from Onyedu's case in Nigeria. Onyedu told us this. But the lawyers are fighting tooth and nail. Now, after that appeal court on prosecution, he came out because Aloy Edmako presents the document, the judgment document of that appeal court, and his name was there. Boom, oya, omapu. Certain attack Aloy Edmako. Attack the conductor. The driver is there. The son Lapo there is there. The son woman not there. Chuku woman not there. Why are you attacking the conductor and leave the driver? Just because you are so biased. Because you are so angry that you don't want Aloy to see the day. But Aloy is seeing the day. Aloy, the wise counsel and his team will bring our leader out. He will make the history and just write it down. Oh, Oman Tezaka, you guys should bury yourself in shame. If I hear your fault, you bury yourself in shame. Look at the light up. Look at the light up on it. And I thank the wise counsel. The wise counsel, please don't respond to him. Don't respond to him because he is jealous about your good work you are doing. Don't ever respond to him. He's the enemy, and we know he's the enemy. So I'm pleading you, don't ever respond to him. Now what the one here at the end of the day, if they were the same man. They were the same man that told Biafra that Mazi Nnamdi defending himself is a taboo. It was the same man. When there was now that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu defending himself in a court, not a taboo cob. This was the same man that told you guys this. But today, today you can see what the wise counsel and his team plan. You can see the way it's going. Everywhere is shaking today. Bintanyako have no anything to do. He's tired. He's tired. He can't. So this is the man you guys are listening. If I job for without After Ukpo, number one enemy of Biafra, you guys know. You like the Ogalun that now his 7 brothers died during Biafra war. Lolo, na if I for war no, Sena Bano no. Lolo, we are begging you. I na Yogubiko. Go if I for na Bano no. Because it was through you he get to our leader. It was through you he have access to Mazi and Kanu and became his lawyer. So we are begging you, Lolo. Warn Ifeanyi Ejiofor, warn on the sack lawyer, warn him to leave the White Council alone. Warn lawyer to leave the White Council alone, please. What I'm begging you, Lord, please warn Ifeanyi Ejiofor. Now face here, even actually, onye ndo asaki gear. We all know what happened, the state execution. We all know what happened. This was the game plan of Ifeanyi Ejiofor and the settlement. We all know. So now we go bata, ego jaiwepa. Now we apply the White Council. And the White Council, please don't ever reply to this man. So let's move. Now, let's play the first video. The first video I would like us to listen to. It's very important.
But that's what you wrote. You said here, my lord, that the defendant has now applied for bail. Now, as I've said earlier, bail is a decision of the court, taking into consideration all the conditions laid down in Muhammad Abacha v. State. At this stage, I am of the opinion that to make or take a stand on the bail application without first hearing and determining the issue that is glaring in the face, which is the absence of the defendant from the court since 25th of April 2017 until he was produced on the 29th of June. My lord, which was exactly what the Supreme Court did. They said that he did not jump bail. These criminals came to my house to kill me. That's what the Supreme Court said. This is in your own court, my lord. So I cannot understand, my lord, why my trial will be conducted contrary to the Constitution of Nigeria that said I must have free and unfettered access to my counsel. It's here. This is the law of Nigeria. Prohibition and Prevention Act says I cannot be tried in Nigeria. That's the law of Nigeria. I can never be tried in any court of law in Nigeria. That's what the law says. But that's what you wrote. You said here, my lord, that the defendant has now applied for bail. Now, as I've said earlier, bail is a decision of the court, taking into consideration all the conditions laid down in Muhammad Abacha v. State. At this stage, I am of the opinion that to make or take a stand on the bail application without first hearing and determining the issue that is glaring in the face, which is the absence of the defendant from the court since 25th of April 2017 until he was produced on the 29th of June. My lord, which was exactly what the Supreme Court did. They said that he did not jump bail. These criminals came to my house to kill me. That's what the Supreme Court said. This is in your own court, my lord. So I cannot understand, my lord, why my trial will be conducted contrary to the Constitution of Nigeria that said I must have free and unfettered access to my counsel. It's here. This is the law of Nigeria. Prohibition and Prevention Act says I cannot be tried in Nigeria. That's the law of Nigeria. I can never be tried in any court of law in Nigeria. That's what the law says. Anybody standing in trial or coming to try me is a terrorist. That's what their law says. Not me. As simple as that. Section 2, subsection 3F of Terrorism Prevention and Prohibition Act. That's what it says. Any court considered to try me is committing an act of terrorism. Yes. Very clear. You cannot violate a treaty that Nigeria entered into and then come to try that very person is not done anywhere in the world. So you must be aware of that. So that is why there is all these ridiculous delays. That is what Supreme Court said. I did not jump bail. My home was invaded. They came to kill me and I survived. They came to Kenya to kidnap me, brought me back to this country and seeking to try me, which the law says cannot happen. You cannot violate a treaty that Nigeria entered into and then hope to stand on that illegality to conduct a trial is not done anywhere in the world. And it will happen in my case. Nobody has, there's no exception. No exception whatsoever. That's what the law says. Section 12 of the Constitution, what does it say? Any treaty ratified by Nigeria becomes law. It's law. You cannot change it. It doesn't matter what they do. All this shenanigans is just pure rubbish. You never stand. Not with me. I believe in justice and fairness, that's all.
We had another kind of ruling today, which the ordinary person on the street might think that a favor had been done to us. But it's still the same thing. It's just the other side of the coin that was tossed. We are still going to remain in the premises and facilities of the DSS. You know, this issue of bugging, is a very critical and technical thing. And we know that the Nigerian DSS is about the most sophisticated secret police in the whole of Africa. And they have a lot of equipment. The walls, inside the bricks of their building has chips, microphones, cameras, inside the walls of their building. So there is no how the court has made it that they should give us a clean room. Who determines the cleanness of the room? Who determines the positions of the box? So the thing, provided it's still inside the DSS premises, it's still there. Those boxes will always be there. These things have been built long before now. You know, these are structures and boxes that have been planted many years. They can't break the walls of the houses, of their rooms to remove those boxes. Now let me tell us something. Recently, they moved us to the office of the assistant director that they call ADOS. Now, in that place is somebody's office, all manner of equipment. There are so many things. So how do you even determine that the place does not have a bug? A room filled with property, chairs, television, gadgets, cameras. How do you determine what is functioning and what is not functioning? So it's like giving us a banana with one hand and then collecting it with the other hand. So there is nothing new, nothing has changed. Provided you are in the premises of the State Security Service of Nigeria, nothing has changed. A place where you can say it's not bugged is the Nigerian prison. You can be sure that in the Nigerian prison, nothing is bugged. And now, the witnesses that they are going to bring are those who are working in the DSS. So those witnesses will sit in the other room and listen to our questioning and answer session with our clients. Then at the end of the day, when you now bring the witness to court, they already know what we are going to ask. They already know the answers to everything. So we want, you see, justice should not only be done, but should be seen to be done. Now, if you take us to the Nigerian prison, we believe that the Nigerian prison does not have special interest in this matter, as the DSS has. The DSS have 101% interest. Now, if you take us to the prison, the prison people know that their function is to keep this man. They are not coming to testify.
She did. She denied, in point of her, she denied 2 applications. One is to restore his bail, and the other one is an alternative application. If you won't restore his bail, then transfer him to home detention. These 2 applications were geared towards providing the environment for him to get a fair trial. Unfortunately, the court was not in sync with us. But it's very, very important to stress this point, that what got us this far, what led to all these problems, is the refusal of the court to obey or implement, for want of a better word, to implement the ruling of the Supreme Court that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu never jumped bail, that he was driven into exile by the actions of the prosecution, and therefore the ruling by the court that a jump bail shouldn't have been made. So ordinarily we expected that this court would have just followed suit by restoring his bail, but it didn't happen. So now the court has, that's not what the Supreme Court said. So we are going to look at that. We are going to go home as a legal team and ruminate over this and come out with a legal response to this anomaly. The court made some order that he felt is in our favor, but really it is not in our favor. He made modifications in the conditions of his detention at the DSS. If you recall, they used to take documents from us. They used to listen in because they bugged the place and everything. She made an order that the room should be changed and all that. But I think this is pyrrhic and that we should take note. This is pyrrhic. It's not enough to guarantee that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will get a fair trial. So in the next few weeks or days or whatever, before the next adjourned date, you'll hear from the legal team as to our next course of action.
Yeah. Do you know the reason why I played this video? It's for those that there are still some morons, some fools who are saying that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the way he acted in the courts, is not okay. Some morons. I just played this video to remind them what Bintanya called refused to do. What led to this point? He refused to obey the Supreme Court judgment. He refused to grant him bail. He refused to say that to pass the judgment that Mazi Nnamdi did not judge bail. So now tell me, is the woman don't have interest? He have game of interest in Mazi Nnamdi case because EFCC is after his husband and his son. 29 billion naira fraud. And don't forget, that was last year, March, when our other court case is getting close. EFCC rearranged his husband. So for those ones, those few ones that are still against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I want you to watch this video. Listen to listen to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, what he said. All Mazi Nnamdi, as you come, please share this program. Is very important. We are not here to saga. We are not here to gossip. We saw what is happening in autopilot now. But their time is coming. We are treating a very important issues at hand now. Their own time is coming. One is searching at France, I don't know. One is time Abia. Now, Mazi Nnamdi time Abia. One is the fake prophet in Turkey. Two of them are cat and rat now. These are the people that say they want to fight me. I told them, I am not fighting you guys. But in the Nundana, what is happening to them today? I can't say another one. Now, let's go to the current video. Hold on.
A boy, an old man like this doesn't know the law. You don't know the law. I've given the petition. I've got the petition.
I have petition against Big Time. I have petition against her. Nonsense. Nonsense. Why is it when it comes to my case, they turn the law upside down? They turn the law upside down. Upside down. Upside down. Listen. This is the laws of Nigeria. The prosecution, and this court doesn't know the law. That is the fact. Poor knowledge of the law is killing Nigeria. Poor knowledge of the law, they don't know the law. This is a federal gazetted law of Nigeria that says here that the chief judge of Nigeria cannot tell Binta Nyeko what to do. It's here. It's your law. Just obey it. That is why I do what I do. I agitate for Biafra. I agitate for Biafra. My right to agitate. My right. They turned it from treasonable felony now to terrorism. Stop talking when I'm talking.
Sorry, sir.
Because these people, they are fools. They think they can mess. You can mess around with people who are not educated. I am an educated man. I can't show them the petition for the simple reason that if you show it,
What the judge said was that the case file was.
I don't recognize anything Big Nyeko said today for the simple reason that she has no jurisdiction to try me. None whatsoever. I came out of courtesy and respect. She stands recused from my case and cannot try my case. There are things that are happening in this country that a lot of you do not know. It is my duty to make that very, very clear to all of you today. Because the lies are too much. The lies are too much. I sent a petition to NJC. I don't want to talk about it. Justice Binta Nyeko is using her position for personal gain. For personal gain. Her son and her husband are facing corruption charges. And they told them that if they convict me, this is what happens. You can see it. They don't want the truth to come out. Nobody wants the truth to come out. Nobody wants the truth to come out. Nobody wants the truth to come out in Nigeria. That's the problem. Who's that person? Who's that person? Binta husband and son are facing corruption charges. They sent her to my case so they can release or smoothen the pathway for the husband and the son.
Who are the lights?
They are facing. It doesn't matter if they off it. In a corrupt society, that's what happens. They are very, very corrupt. There is a breach of judicial oath. They have violated the judicial oath. They have shown bias according to Supreme Court. They are biased against me. Supreme Court said so. And that is why what is happening in the judgments and rulings concerning me has been happening. So, disobedience to superior court orders. Supreme Court said you are biased. You are against this man. You should not have revoked his bail. Nigeria went to Kenya and kidnapped him. These things are in the public domain. Why therefore are they insisting on trying me? A court order was entered. In that very court order, it was said very clearly and succinctly that he is no more. No. That she.
Let's go
An
back here.
old man like this doesn't know the law. You don't know the law.
I've given the petition. I've got the petition.
I have petition against Big Time. I have petition against her. Nonsense. A brother, an old man like this, doesn't know the law. You don't know the law. I have a petition against Big Tanya. I have a petition against her. Nonsense. Nonsense.
So, in this place, I so much love the way Onyendo addressed this man. We could all remember the first appearance of this son. Onyendo was in court. Onyendo Mazi kind of walked to him and offered him handshake. And guess what? The man declined, thinking he want to fool Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Because Onyendo offered him handshake because Onyendo have no personal issue with him. Onyendo is fighting for his people. Onyendo is fighting for more than 70 million people. Onyendo is asking for freedom of Biafrans. So the Sanawolo Wabe Awolo be have no problem. Onyendo have no problem with him. But the problem Onyendo have with him to address him right in this way, that the man refused to follow the law. The man refused to follow the law. He refused to follow the constitution. He refused to follow the law. And Onyendo said, why is it on my own? Anything about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the law will change. We change. They will turn the table. And you say, an old man like you doesn't know the law. Onyendo, this man knows the law, he knows what he's doing. Just like what you point out to him, the money that he's been paid up to 200 million. That money is what making him to jump. Also, being Tanyako, because he wants to save his husband, his family. But guess what? At the end, no matter what, at the end, we shall win. At the end, we shall win. It doesn't matter what they're doing. At the end, we shall win. We saw a publication from Guardian newspaper from UK. We saw a publication from them, from UK, talking that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu brother said that UK government have turned their back on their citizen. I think let's go. Can we get there? Well, let's see. Let's see if we can have it. Let's see if we can have it. Let's see if we can have it. No. Yeah. So if you go to Mazi Kanu Facebook, I also share it. If you go on his Facebook or his Twitter, you will find it there. Look at it. Yeah. So let's see if we can make it more bold. More bold. I think this is much we can go. Let's see here. Okay. So that's it now. This Guardian newspaper from UK said brother of British national held in Nigeria said UK has turned its back. They say Kingsley Kanu, brother of indigenous people of Biafra, the leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, call on PM to defend a British citizen. What could be over? What could be over? What could be over? Whether they like it or not, the world must hear what we are saying. And we are not begging them. We are not begging them. All we are doing and all we are saying is that they should let Biafra go. They should let Biafra go. They should let Biafra go. Whether they like it or not. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must go. Biafra must go. Like I said, the people that hold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is these oil companies in our land. Take it or leave it. I will continue saying it. They are the one holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. These oil companies in our land. They are the one holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now, let's go to another video I want to play. It's very important.
Detaining Nnamdi Kanu up till now will not serve Nigeria any useful purpose. By releasing him will.
So this video is about the people, Nigerians, that have called the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Some are no more. Some are dead. But these are Nigerians, prominent Nigerians that have called the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now I want you guys to.
By releasing him will go a long way, you know, to calm down the frayed nerves in the country, and for us to have, well, in Nigeria, well, everybody at least will have a better sense of belonging.
The Kanu has been there for so long. He's been to several courts on several occasions. They can't even agree on what to do. And between me and you, Dr. Abati, you're a lawyer. Justice delayed is justice denied.
Release Mr. Nnamdi Kanu. Since a court of competent jurisdiction has discharged and acquitted him of 15 charges, why is federal government still holding him? Release him, because some miscreants are using that as an excuse to foment trouble. And we are still appealing that federal government can help people of Southeast by releasing Mr. Nnamdi Kanu. We believe he's a freedom fighter, he's not a criminal, and the court of competent jurisdiction has acquitted him. So release him. If you release him, you see that these people will no longer have any reason.
Historically speaking,
no person will
have you seen or heard of a freedom fighter who encourages people to kill his own people?
The young man hasn't. Court has acquitted him of that.
Igbo has been set free. The Meiti Allah man arrested, set free. People have made more terrible pronouncements from different parts of the country concerning their desire to leave Nigeria. Even though I believe in one Nigeria, you have your own opinion. Don't come here and say rubbish. Why is it that the courts at the highest level ask that Nnamdi Kanu should be freed, that he is kidnapped from Kenya and incarceration was against the rule of law, and he has remained in detention and is being treated dishumanly? Why? Is it because he's an Igbo man? Most likely.
Nnamdi Kanu has been incarcerated for quite a long time. We actually, our position is that the law should take its turn, but the law, the court have released him. The court have released him, and we in Ohanese and Igbo feel that there is no justifiable reason whatsoever to still keep him in prison when he had been released. So that is why we think he should be released. And in fact,
It's a problem to us when it's all released because the young people who actually support him, there's no doubt about it that Nnamdi Kanu has a lot of support from younger people in this country. I mean, especially in our area, who feel that they are not getting what they should get in Nigeria.
This man has been taken to various courts. They don't even know which charges to give him anymore. This man was abducted out of this country. The manner of abduction was in itself illegal. It's a shame. It's a shame that this country will be involved in a thing like that. But they did it. Okay, now you took that gentleman to court and he's been there for years. If you want to take him through justice, dispense justice with him, and then that's it. If you're going to jail him, jail him. If you're not going to jail him, let him go. What's the point of just keeping somebody there? And all of us Nigerians should be ashamed that we are being linked to this. In the turn, it's a shame. It's a shame.
The Southeast has made a collective demand to have Nnamdi Kanu released. And we basically identified with that and request Mr. President, who in his inaugural address promised the people that he's going to engender national healing and is going to serve with compassion. So we've basically informed him that this would serve as a pointer to his administration's extension of hands of fellowship to Ndibo.
It's a shame that this is what we've turned this country to be. A Nigerian, a citizen, and you treat him like this in his own country? It's a shame. All progressive Nigerians should stand up and say this should stop. This shenanigans should stop. How long should we continue with this? If this man has committed any offense, sentence him. That's it. But if he hasn't, let him go. What is happening is wrong. It's wrong. To any right-thinking person, it is wrong.
It is our view that the current circumstance makes Nnamdi Kanu and his colleagues political prisoners, our prisoners of conscience. They're no longer, it's not about crime, it's not about anything, because we're no longer following the rule of law.
The truth of the matter is when you incarcerate a Nnamdi Kanu, who is incarcerated is not Nnamdi Kanu, it's all people of conscience. Who is incarcerated is not Nnamdi Kanu, it's all people whose perspective he represents, whether they come from an ethnic nationality group. If you incarcerate him, you incarcerate all people who believe in the rule of law. And so it is this collective imprisonment that we expect will force a rethink on the part of all people about this.
The civil war has ended. Gowon has said no victor, no vanquished. That we need reconstruction, reconciliation, and rehabilitation.
So, Biafrans, these are the people, prominent Nigerians, politicians that have called for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. These are the people that have called the release of Mazi. They know that Mazi Kanu committed no crime. These are few of them that we have on tape that have called this of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. How about Mbazuluka Amechi, the first Republican politician, an old man? He met Buhari, said, please release this man, give it to me. Let it be a gift to me before I go and join my ancestors. 2 times that this man met Buhari, and Buhari refused. Today, the man is no more. How about Okwadike, former governor of Anambra State? He had been in Abuja several times. At some point, they don't allow him to enter the court because he came with other chief. How about Iwanyanwu? Chief Iwanyanwu? I've called release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Yet, Nigeria allowed themselves to be used by these Westerners, knowing full well that what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is fighting will benefit your citizens. Now, the man we think he will be a different, he will, we made a different from this man, entered there and decided to also follow the trend. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. All those things is going on, he keep moods. He think he's smart. This is not smartness. You will talk. You will talk when times come, you will talk. Before you become a president, you send your son to have a round table discussion. And when you went on political campaign before the election in Imo State, you say it with your mouth that you release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. These 2 years now. What have you done, Bola Ahmed Tinubu? Nothing. But you see, this Nigeria you are trying to, to mold again. You think you can make the magic? Oh yeah, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, this Nigeria you are trying to mold, and you know that you cannot mold it. Oh yeah, because we are not a nation. We are different people, different ideology, different religion. The South and the North are different people entirely, and you know that. If you think that Nigeria is so great, that Nigeria will be good, why are you not sleeping in Abuja? Why are you ruling Nigeria from Lagos? But I'm asking you. Why are you not in Asu Rock? Because the Westerners, these people that have this oil company, they told you, no, you must protect our interest. You must make Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to denounce agitating for Biafra. And that's why our leader came on air and told us that he's still standing where he's standing. He beat his hand on his chest that his right to agitate for Biafra. For those who, for people like you, that Chinasa Nwolu has brainwashed, and other people that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not the same person we know. I hope today, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the same person we know yesterday, and today, and tomorrow. He never changed it. He beat his hand on his chest. That is his right. That tells you that a lot of table and a lot of discussion is going on. They are demanding from him for him to drop Biafra agitation, and he said no to them. Now, let's play this video. One of this Nigeria list, and I pray Nigeria will happen to him.
In the Southeast, some have said if you release this man, it would lead to peace, and those that have been committing criminality, hiding under Ipob, will be exposed. Is it not time we look at alternative dispute mechanisms to deal with this situation? Is this something the president might consider?
So everything in life begins with the person. Like, for example, are you a Christian? Yes. So there are people, they call them born again, right? Do you know how they became born again? They acknowledge their sins. They repented. They are forgiven. Their sins are forgiven, and then they become born again. Unless there is acknowledgement by the person in question, I am denouncing this. She talked about the de-radicalization. Then government can intervene. You cannot sit where you sit holding that thought and position that is criminal, and then your uncle, your sister, your brothers are pleading with government to say bypass all protocol and forgive. First of all, our judicial system, Nnamdi will have to have gone through the judicial process and be convicted
before the president can exercise the order.
So, but there's still the presumption of innocence. He can't admit to what hasn't been officially said is a crime.
So if you don't admit, run through the process. You see, the radicalization we talked about, they were not yet charged to court. Some of them while in court. It's acknowledgement. If you don't want to acknowledge, what's the basis of saying, I want to free him? Because some people say, if you free him, we'll handle him.
So,
what I'm trying to say is, Nnamdi Kanu is not different from another average Nigerian. The press who emphasize on the right of the ordinary man, and when they ask government, they keep saying ordinary man, you must talk about the real problem of ordinary people, rather than certain individuals that are the symbol of catchphrase and buzzwords. Somebody has to acknowledge his wrong and said, I want peace with government, I want to renounce what I'm saying. And then you can say, okay, there is evidence, cogent, to say that this person wants to live his own ways.
So, in essence, I think the summary of what we're saying is that there's going to, the government, the Nnamdi Kanu is going to be detained, and that the presidency will not at any point step into the arena.
The villa is not a police station. The president is not a prosecutor. He's the president of Nigeria, tasked with responsibility to govern Nigeria. Law enforcement will carry out their work, and then people in government will carry out their work. I want to beg the Nigerian media to not choose certain individuals and treat them as more special than other individuals with the disproportionate application of principles. The ordinary man, when it comes to hunger, it is good for the optics to talk about them. When it comes to criminal justice system, you isolate certain individuals. It's just like, let's say, corrupt people. Maybe there's a corrupt politician has been in charge. Then some people will say, leave him. Meanwhile, the other people can be in detention. I made the point clear to you here. For de-radicalization to take place, there has to be acknowledgement and departure from your old ways.
We get your message, sir. So,
thank you.
But that message, we don't know if it's for us. The message also should also be back. We have message.
No, it's actually Moses to you to tell them, because they told you and you asked me.
Yes, but we're also giving the message that we get from the people back to the government.
To the presidency. Which is
the presidency is that what we hear and the pulse we're getting from them is that we need to see the government cutting down on the cost of government.
We discussed that for sure.
We're not seeing that.
Effective communication of government policies, because there's a... Why am I here? Yes. Only yesterday and today, I have granted interview. How many? We did podcasts, we did TV and all the places. What am I doing? I flew from Abuja. Communication. That's what I do. When the tax thing came, 32 interviews within 2 weeks.
All right.
We would always, and you're free anytime to call us.
We are going to call you back because we have a particular conversation that we'd love to have with you, Mr. Bala. Thank you for your time with us this morning. And that does it for us here on Breakfast Central. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back.
You guys know this man. In case of most of you who don't know him, his name is, I think, Belewa, no? He's a politician, you know. He lives in UK. And he was a member of APC. You can see what he said. He said going to media, that's all he's do. He said between 2 weeks, he have granted interview 32 times. He was going anywhere he found this man, this Balewa or whatever they call his name is to defend the corrupt government, Nigeria. It's against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You can hear from him what he said. That if you are born again, that you need to. That as a Christian, that you must be born again. That's the way he put it, you know. So when I told you, all they wanted is for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to drop what he believes, what he stands for. And remember what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said in 2014. I think that was 2014 at Enugu. I think 2014 or 2015. He said any day he will denounce Biafra, let Chukwu come and take his life. And today Onyedu is standing on what he said, telling us that this is right, telling Nigeria government, telling whosoever that is supporting the Nigerian government that is trying to agitate for Biafra. And that we shall achieve. Now let's listen to another video. This video, let's listen to another video. But before then, I want you to
see Boko Haram don't come here. One for battalion. Voila. Show us it. Show me here. See me now. Where we come? See. Bless of you don't die. Show me. Show me. Of him don't die. Bless you don't die. Oh God. You people should see. This is 114 battalion Bita. I mean Bita. Peridang. Una de see our MRAP here ba. Una de see. Mukuna de see our BNP. They don't all these lodges, pursuers carry everything we go use. Of them don't die. No Allah. 9 times reach. You people should not worry. Of them don't die. No Allah. Our people will bullet touch them. No Allah. God day. No Allah. Mushi no worry people. See una de see 114 battalion. 114 battalion. I mean battalion. Now this what did we do today? 12 ba? 11. 2025. 2025 2 January 2 what time bill?
Do you guys understand what they are saying? These are Nigerian soldiers in the north. The Boko Haram attacked them, dislodged them. A lot of them have cost another life. But still yet, some people are against Mazi Nnamdi calling for freedom of his people. We saw a video trending. Asali Dugubo was lamenting. I will call that lamenting. Asali Dugubo was yabbing that people should get ready, that these people are coming, that Fulanis are coming, that they are everywhere, that even in Bayelsa, even in his own village, that these men are everywhere, that they are bringing them with trailer. Because if that man, he's the same man that is buying his own people. The same man buying his own people. The same man that's worked with Uchemefo, Obido Bienu. All the same man. Of buying his own people. Today, he's telling you guys that these men are coming. That is he himself is lady. And if you want to run, he will run faster than you. Okay, you see all of them. All of them was bad for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not came on his own. He came to flee his people. He was sent, he was born to flee his people. So all you hater of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, it doesn't matter your jealousness, it doesn't matter the hate you have for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, well, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu our desire must establish. And what is our desire? To see the state of Biafra people, to see his people living good life. That is why they are suffering for me and you. That is why it's there since 2021. Because Nigerian government thought that they have destroyed everything. But little did they know that Biafra is a thing, is also a spiritual struggle. And that is why, look at what is happening in our movement. Look at what is happening to Simon Ekpa camp. I told you guys before now that a lot of people are working for Nigerian government. They don't even know that they're working for Nigerian government. A lot of people are working for Nigerian government free of charge. But they don't know that they are working for Nigerian government. They don't know. Imagine, just imagine that we are still intact the way Onyendu left us. Just imagine. Imagine that. Imagine what will be happening today. Do you think what happened in the Ebonyi State will happen? Our people that they buy today, do you think it will happen? No way. But they see they have created this problem. Problem of blaming each other. I call it master's game. Problem of blessing. He blame Mr. A. Mr. A blame Mr. B. Mr. B blame Mr. C. Then enemy will have their own, they have their way to come inside to do what they want to do. Because they have set confusion everywhere. But the little did they know, I'm not going to say things like this that will come to pass. And he also say that they will also see with their two eyes how Biafra will come, how they will fail. When Chinasa Wanketa was destroying IPOB Tuesday Twitter campaign, it was Chinasa Wanketa that destroyed it. Take it from me. This Tuesday tweet campaign, it was Chinasa Wanketa destroy it. When you start asking people to go on unfollow this, unfollow this, unfollow that, unfollow that. Today, the same people we asked to go unfollow, some of them have unfollow you. Today, the struggle, IPOB are not strong on Twitter space. But before our leader left us, go and know, Twitter is one of the tools we need to use to dismantle Nigeria. Twitter space. The Chinasa Wanketa destroyed that space. All Chinasa Wanketa. All of them will believe themselves in shame. All of them. All of them will bury themselves in shame. I have no time, but let's listen to maybe one or two videos. We call it a day. So before we get this video download, let's go to the Wise Council. The Wise Council tweet handle. Barisalo Ejimako. Let's go to Wise Council. Biafrans, there are very important message, the letter from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to the general public. And we must pass this letter. You must talk about this letter. You must tweet it. Tweet this letter. It's very important. Now, let's go there. Here we go. Yeah. This is a letter from our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We must be on S handle and make sure we share this letter. It's very important. I hope you guys can see this letter. Open letter to the general public by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now let's read the first paragraph. It says, greetings to all men and women of good way in Nigeria and elsewhere in the world. I have been compelled by the event of the past few days to take the unusual step to write this open letter for the singular purpose of calling the attention of the general public to the serious execution and judicial fraud being perpetrated against me since my extraordinary rendition in 2021. The details as followed. So we must make sure this letter is very important. If you're on Twitter space, you copy this letter, you tag all the agency, all world agency, you tag them. Let them know, because this letter is very important. We circulate this letter around the media, local and international. So it's very important that this letter must be shared across the board, globally. And if you are not on S handle, please go and open one. If you don't know how to open one, contact me. I will help you to get one open. So we must share this letter and tag all those agencies like State Department, U.S. House of Rep, U.S. senators, and a lot of them. Tag them on this letter for them to understand what is going on. It's very important. So let's go to, I think, the last video before I will call it a day. Because, last time, a U.S. official, congressman, said that U.S. aid is being formed. They'll be using U.S. aid to fund Boko Haram and other terrorists around the world. Not terrorists around the world. A lot of people were amazed about it. A lot of people were surprised about it. But only to have said it before now. During the time of Obama. This is the fact. So we thank God for coming of Donald Trump that want to stop a lot of things that's been going on. As you all know, President Trump have pulled America from WTO, also from UN Human Rights. A lot of organizations have pulled America off from there. Like I told you guys, President Trump may not pronounce Mazi Nnamdi case, but his activities, what he will put in place, will force Nigeria to release Mazi Nnamdi.
USAID was created.
So let's listen to this congressman.
In 1961 by President Kennedy, long having lost and strayed from its mission, lost its direction. Even the Clinton administration tried unsuccessfully to reform it. And we spend, I don't know, somewhere between $40 and $50 billion annually on this organization. And with the things that you hear, well, many of us, probably most of us in the room, agree with projecting America's power for the good of all the world around the globe. Quite honestly, if our enemies were asked to design a foreign aid program that would actively undermine the United States of America at maximum cost to the taxpayer, they would be hard-pressed to create a scheme more effective than USAID. That's shocking to say, but I just, it's, look, let's just go to a couple things here. We left Afghanistan, and I'll characterize it as left in August of 2021. August of 2021. So the Taliban's in charge. Taliban threatens the lives of the NGO personnel distributing USAID. They claim credit for USAID distribution. They interfere with the distribution of USAID aid. They tax the beneficiary of the aid. They tax the delivery service. They steal the food commodities. They divert the funds. They extort citizens for protection for USAID aid. They create sham procurement schemes, and they threaten the lives of those who oppose those schemes. Now, that all occurred before August of 2021, when we were there. When we were there. Now, you know, you don't have to be a rocket scientist. You could just read. The Taliban is classified, and if you don't know, the Taliban's in charge of Afghanistan. They're classified as a specially designated global terrorist organization by OFAC. So post-2021, so this is last year, 2024, we spent $697 million of the taxpayers' dollars in Afghanistan, including $534,719,000 in change from USAID in Afghanistan. I don't know what we think we're going to change in Afghanistan. We lost 22,000, lost or wounded 22,500 Americans in Afghanistan over the course of our term there in the war, spending over $2 trillion. We're just going to keep on spending because somehow we think it's going to get better. And if you're wondering who's in charge of Afghanistan getting the money, and that money I just mentioned, the $697 million is on top of, and is in addition to the weekly to every 10-day shipments in cash of $40 to $80 million. Afghanistan is ruled by folks named Sarajuddin Haqqani. The Haqqani network mean anything to anybody in the room? How about Abdullah bin Laden? Who gets some of that money? Does that name ring a bell to anybody in the room? Because your money, $697 million annually, plus the shipments of cash funds madrasas, ISIS, Al-Qaeda, Boko Haram, ISIS Khorasan, terrorist training camps. That in the room? Because your money Your money, $697 million annually, plus the shipments of cash funds madrasas, ISIS, Al-Qaeda, Boko Haram, ISIS Khorasan. Your money, $697 million annually, plus the shipments of cash funds madrasas, ISIS, Al-Qaeda, Boko Haram, ISIS Khorasan, terrorist training camps. Your money, $697 million annually, plus the shipments of cash funds madrasas, ISIS, Al-Qaeda, Boko Haram, ISIS Khorasan, terrorist training camps. That's what it's funding. If you think that the program under Operation Enduring Sentinel entitled Women's Scholarship Endowment, which receives $60 million annually, or the Young Women Lead, which gets about $5 million annually, is going to women who, by the way, if you read the Inspector General's report, is telling you that the Taliban does not allow women to speak in public. Yet somehow you're believing, and American people are supposed to believe, that this money is going for the betterment of the women in Afghanistan. It is not. You are funding terrorism, and it's coming through USAID. And it's not just Afghanistan, because Pakistan's right next door. USAID spent $840 million in the last 20 years on Pakistan's education-related program. It includes $136 million to build 120 schools, of which there is zero evidence that any of them were built. Why would there be any evidence? The Inspector General can't get in to see them. But you know what? We doubled down and spent $20 million from USAID to create educational television programs for children unable to attend the physical school. Yeah, they can't attend it because it doesn't exist. You paid for it. Somebody else got the money. You are paying for terrorism. This has got to end.
Lanole? Onanole? This is what Trump is doing. And we hope a day will come, these oil companies that's owned by Americans, Trump will come after them. They will tell us, a day will come. Trump will tell them enough is enough. But remember what Trump said, that he have a lot of friends that are making big money, massive money from Nigeria. Oil sector. Trump know what is going on. Trump knew that it was this oil company that are holding Mazi Nnamdi. He knew. No, a day will come, just the same way they have exposed US aid being used to fund those terrorists around the world, even also Boko Haram. Let's play a video of our leader where he tells us about this Boko Haram, how they operate. Let's play the video.
From these units were Al-Banawi appointed ISIS West Africa Province Boko Haram leader, arrested the commanders loyal to Late Shakao. Are you following me now? The same Al-Banawi, the son of Muhammad Yusuf, the founder of Boko Haram, the person that Muhammad Buhari groomed personally to say, since your father is no more, you can take over Boko Haram. And Shekau said no, they have not relinquished power then. This happened in 2015. Are you listening to me? In 2015. Now, Al-Banawi was released from prison. Go back to the old preachings I made on this very boy. I met him at John Tozo's court in Abuja. He was released by the Chief Justice of the Federal High Court now, John Tozo, that they wanted to use to jail me, and I told the idiot, you cannot jail me, you're a fool. It was John Tozo, the present Chief Justice of the Federal High Court of Nigeria, that released this terrorist, this killer of ISIS. This is ISIS we're talking about now. I have their facts and figures. Now, the Islamic State, ISIS, West Africa province under the new leadership of Abu Musad al-Banawi has taken over all territories under the control of the late Abubakar Shekau in a major revenge onslaught against the former, because when he grew up, he became of age. Buhari pushed him to go and take over his father's mantle. Shekau said no. This was the revenge. And how was it possible that Shekau was ambushed? Because Shekau attended a peace meeting called by Ibrahim Atahiru, the dead chief of army staff. And what I'm giving you is fact. I don't have time for rubbish. We have the very, of course, maybe apart from Mossad, we have the very finest intelligence in the world. I'm telling you this, the M branch. How was it possible that Shekau was surrounded? Because they wanted the continuation of that very meeting. I told you this thing many years ago. They called a meeting, they sat together, and they said to Shekau, stop attacking mosques and Muslims. Go to the south, go to the east and take it. And Shekau said, no, we cannot take the east. I want to give you one expo this night I've never told you people before. I was very, very close to Boko Haram leadership. Are you aware of that? Very, very close to them. They told me a lot of things. Boko Haram leadership told me, I won't tell the name of the person, told me in confidence, the person was being held at Ikoyi prison. I was in Kuje, because I was instrumental in making sure that people who are not guilty are released from prison, regardless if you call them terrorists, Boko Haram or not. So they loved me very much. I'm being honest with you. They were very close to me, and they told me something. Shekau told Buhari, you cannot take the east. That the east cannot be taken. Buhari said, okay. When he was alive, Buhari now said, okay, if that is the case, I'm going to divide the organization. How do you think that Shekau knew that Buhari had died? That was why he called the idiot, the little boy that parading, Yusuf Abubakar Muhammad. He knows his name. Shekau knows Buhari is dead. Go and watch, I think it was the second to his last video he made. They called for a peace meeting so they can plan on how they're going to push to the east, to take the whole of Nigeria by next year. That was, I told you before, that was a timetable. That is why this slaughter is going on now in Niger State, in Benue State, and some parts of Kogi. They're entering Kogi, maybe around October they'll be in Kogi. And by then, when I ask you to make reference to this broadcast, you say, oh, he said it. How many times did I tell you about Al-Banawi, the son of the late founder of Boko Haram? How many times did I tell you? Did I not tell you they were working with this Buhari government before Buhari died? If not, why would the government go and align with ISIS in order to defeat Boko Haram? Do you remember when I told you that ISIS and Buhari regime, APC, that they are one? Did you believe me? You didn't. Of course, in this UG, you're black. How can you believe fact when you say it? If we had been able to reason properly, do you think Africa would be as poor as it is today? Of course not. It's because we cannot reason. I told you.
So we stop here. We stop here. You can see. So the U.S. congressman, you know what he said. He knows. And that is why even Canada denied the chief of staff visa, because he know that they are part of Boko Haram. Last week here, we saw in the media, they told us 800 Boko Haram had been rehabilitated. 800 Boko Haram have been rehabilitated. But in Southeast, they cannot talk to a peaceful movement, IPOB. Rather, they are innocent people for nothing. They are innocent people for nothing. For nothing. They are innocent people for nothing. So the U.S. congressman know what he's saying. And believe me, a day will come. Some will say something about this oil company in Africa and in Nigeria generally. We'll stop here. But before we stop, let's listen to this Okoko, this Ofeke, this Efulefu. These are people that are attacking a lot of
Upon a video of Nnamdi Kanu's court, this recent court, make sure now, again, reason he post here daily. So any of them, instead the court, we are court. Don't allow it. Don't allow it or discuss on the media. Immediately, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu got a court. I can analyze his court. The agents, Ebruke said, Nedu sekwa, nedu asekwa. Nedu ase, nedu ase. Do you understand? So, one thing you will do is that those things Mazi Nnamdi Kanu made in court is what you must make sure. Analyze the video, change the cut to the video, make sure you be posting the video, making different write-ups, giving many meanings at the top of the program, of the video. Make sure you cut the video, say small words, analyze the video to your own kind, to the way you can do it. Post it. Make sure that video of Nnamdi Kanu in court, that 2 months, it is still being coming to your update every day. You see these videos, you go and watch my page. I will make sure I analyze any of the video. And my pieces here, and I'm piecing them. I will load so many videos from the Go to Fearless Evangelist Official. Ask from our people, key pieces where those messages for our leader can lead us more 3 months to deal with Nigeria. Don't allow that video to disappear on media. Don't allow that video open here 2 days or going here 1 week. It's not something of 1 month. Make sure that that video keep flying. Those videos, make sure it keep flying. Both on Twitter, both on Facebook. Keep writing. If you post the video, write a meaning. If you post the video, write a meaning. If you post the video, the same video, you can post it and give different meanings. Make sure you do it against the zoo. Nigeria, that court, case ego.
So, Biafrans, the reason why I brought this Okoko Flave up, this is one of the people that always attack the Wise Council, but Saleh Edumako. This one of the major, if not even before the court, he was attacking Saleh Edumako. This is Flave Okoko. This is now I was make sure that this only the court case, that the videos in a secret here. Now I'll follow the handwork of the Wise Council and his team. But this Okoko was attacking the Wise Council. That's what they want them. Today, this is an warfare. I will make sure you share the program. And for you guys, I want to make sure you share the program. Because share the program. Yeah, share the program. But even you will take this guy up, or could whoever that now. Agwamuna to onu. That onu kologili. They make sure kologili on. That are the Wise Council. And I blackmail. And I attack on daily basis. You make sure we'll all know that no one. Mama born. I know fear no one. Every time you're gonna page here, all Wise Council go on. Today, most of them are not listening to their commander, China Sawankita. We're gonna catch you even tender apology to Tony Nnamdi. Even tender apology to Tony Nnamdi. I will stop here. Is that if your hand is not clear, it up right in this logo. Chukwu Okike will expose you. And whatever you think you are doing, you cannot stop this thing. This moving thread. If we stand on the way, I crush Shag. If we stand on the way, I crush Shag. Now get by Naga. Biafra is spiritual. When Onyendu say, Simon Ekpa, leave me alone. I help here. It's these people. They turn it upside down. They explain it to what suit them. But today, and I told them, can you make a Simon Ekpa wear pota? Go win in this case. Can you never go win in this case? Now, one of them called one in such an affront, na land dodge. Now we are not like this in or internet something. No. Or tag I'm going to no internet content creative. But when I will come after one in such an affront, very soon I will play the video and I will didn't know where. Oh, now we are just like internet content I create online. Go and see. Oh, cat and rats. Here happens one now. How about the checkout media worms? Where are they? Nowhere to be found. Where is Methuselah 1000 teeth? Obana go TikTok. Call him Kianaga. But you see the men here. They will tell me Yezu Kuchineke. I'm asking you to do. Share this program. Man. You want me lie.
In the heart of Biafra's land, where courage blooms, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stands, defying darkened tombs. A beacon of hope, a voice soon yielding. He fights for justice, freedom, heart's true healing. Mazi Esume Kwensu, your spirit go blaze, guiding your people through the tumultuous mazes. From prison walls you sing defiance and truth, a symphony of liberation, unwavering in you. Freedom, freedom, let it echo across the hills, where rivers flow and dreams ascend, where hope fulfills. Biafra's anthem rises, carried by wind so strong, a melody of resilience, a battle cry, a lifelong song. Chains may blind, but not the soul. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, your purpose takes its toll. The world may turn away, blind to your plight, yet your flame burns brighter, igniting the fight. Behind prison bars you weave tales of courage, a tapestry of resistance woven without rage. Your words pierce the silence like sunbeams through rain, calling for freedom's dawn, breaking every chain.